Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Sophquest. My name is Spence. Welcome back. If you're a subscriber, welcome in if you're new. Alright, so this is going to be a reading for July 5th through the 11th. And we've got some interesting stuff happening between Mars and Venus and the outer planets of Saturn and Uranus. So Saturn and Uranus, right? The old and the new. And whoop, your card just popped out. Storyteller. Which, by the way, is from the Oracle of the Seven Energies. I'm also pulling 9 cards from the Lily White Tarot by Celia Melville for you, and I'll do that now. So, you know, this can be yin-yang if you are with someone in a couple, the his, hers view of things. Little power struggle energy there. There's a little bit of Mars assertiveness, and then there's Venus also trying to work through love breakthroughs, crossroads in love. There could be friendship issues coming up, reality checks with Uranus. So those kinds of things are happening, right? That's the energy that we're in right now. Breaking old ways of doing things, coming up with new ways of doing them better. And in Cancer season, after a strong Gemini season of learning, taking in a lot of information and going through retrograde for many weeks, and then also during an eclipse season, that was the aha idea, things need to change. There's your first card, and I'm going to cut. And then now changing it, right? And this is how the energy kind of makes us work with it in order for that change to be allowed into our lives. So you're going to see new changes happening, and you're going to be needing to work with your emotional body, your emotional well-being, right, Sag? All right, so that's kind of where we are. I am laying 9 cards, and I will read them for you, and then I'm going to read this card and read out of the book for you. All right, so settle in. Take 3 deep cleansing breaths, if you would. Bring down your cortisol, relax your shoulders. We're lifting our serotonin and dopamine levels, opening up our chest and our heart chakra. Focus on your breath while I take in your cards, and then I will read the storyteller. All right, Sag? Nice. You definitely have a spark and a new beginning here happening. And you may not quite be ready for it. I think there may be a change that happens rather quickly. But you have someone in your life that you count on, and it looks really good. There's just stuff between you. And I say it that way because it's just stuff. That's how I see it. But because of the energies with Mars and Venus, it's causing the molehill to become a mountain unless you work through it, and I see that you do. You make the decision to, because you care. You care about it. The storyteller. Let's go ahead and read that, Sagittarius. Okay, number 17, the storyteller. We'll see what this is about, and then I'll read horizontally, vertically, and big picture and show you all the cards, okay? The key concepts of the storyteller. Identity. Positive self-definition, teaching others how to treat you through the stories you tell about who you are. Interesting. Do you know the story you tell others about who you are? You are a unique being with unique talents, and a story that's unique to you and your experience. In fact, your destiny can be found. Your destiny can be found in the way you weave together these threads of yourself in the world. If there's anything in your life you want to change, then it's time to adjust the story you tell about yourself. Perhaps you're too self-deprecating or apologetic about how you shine. Minimizing your power so others will be more accepting of you. Perhaps the way you voice your expectation diminishes your ability to succeed, or you're too willing to tolerate a less than supportive environment. It's easy to be in denial when it comes to others and their behavior toward you. Understand, however, that you teach people how to treat you through how you talk about yourself. Once you recognize what story you're telling others about how to treat you, you can tell a different story. What if you could connect to your true power as a co-creator of your own reality? The story originates in your mind, how you think, your conditioning, and past experiences, how you view the world, and what you expect to see in it. The truth is, you have everything you need to tell a new tale and weave more blessings into the world as your unique contribution. In fact, practice speaking of your amazing success, your overflowing abundance, and all the love that surrounds you. Soon the outer world will tell the same story back to you. Because life is a mirror, isn't it? You know, some people walk out their door and see a beautiful world. They hear the bird song, they hear the sun, they see the sun shining, and other people walk out their door looking down at their own feet and thinking, oh, I just need to go buy a new pair of shoes, that'll make me feel better. And they're missing their whole life, their whole world, because they're so self-limiting in their definition of what they need or what they love or what they want to do. So we can limit ourselves that way. But Sagittarius, you've been blowing my mind in the last few weeks. I have been seeing something about you taking charge and moving forward in your life on a mission that is inspiring. And really, nothing short of miraculous, actually. I think you're trying to create a miracle in your life. And I think that you have every wonderfully good intention to do so. And it starts with this. The bottom of the deck today for you is this flame card. This is the page of fire. This is, in the mundane, it is good news, or a great conversation, or singing in the shower. It's spirit fire, and it can't help but be expressed. So that's a good start, right? Are you telling yourself that you still have childlike wonder and excitement, enthusiasm? You are an enthusiastic person. You are also very intuitive right now. This is a brilliant idea coming in. But are you keeping yourself from actually letting it expand? By believing that it's going to stay limited, what do you believe? Because what you want, if you believe it, there will be no constriction. The constriction will be removed and you can have it. But because we have planetary influences and we are co-creating with the universe wins, doesn't it? I mean, we're just one mere human being and the universe is the universe. So let's look and see what we have here. We do have 1, 2 major arcana cards on your table today, the spread, and they're biggies. And as far as I'm concerned, the reason I really honed in on this Mars-Venus interaction with Saturn and Uranus is because I'm seeing this. Uranus, the Tower, and the Judgment, a call to action for change. This is radical change. And that's kind of the last row. So what you're wanting, what you're believing in, what you're trying to protect and grow can be amazingly bountiful for you, because not only do you have the will and the drive, you absolutely have the opportunity. This is the Ace of Wands. This is the new beginning you've been waiting for. Okay? The restriction with Saturn is going to come, it's going to pass, and then wowzers. We do have a new moon in Cancer on Friday for some people and Saturday for others. but 9th and 10th, and this new moon in Cancer is about opening ourselves up to a better way to not only care for ourselves, but to care for others and to have more empathy for everyone in the world. This is the message of this time right now. And it's like the universe is talking to the male in all of us and the female in all of us and saying, okay, hey you, hey, you know, divine feminine and sacred masculine, what you do right now, the suit of earth, what you do right now, and this can be both sides of yourself, it could be you and your partner, but earth is about what you're doing, and what you do right now will matter. So what are you telling yourself? Are you absolutely speaking out loud to not only your person, right, your counterpart, but to the both sides of yourself? Whatever has been my bother, I'm just going to burn it away. In a positive way. In creative fire, not destructive fire, but with creative fire. Remember, you're writing your own life story. So, the center of your reading is this 5 of Wands. This can be petty arguments. It can be interruptions in our day. It's just not that big of a deal. It's not that important. So Sagittarius, the fact that it's in the center of your reading for this week tells me that the little things are going to get to you. And you may spout off, especially with the Queen of Swords, and then restrict and limit the potential of what it is that's changing in your life right now that is so good. So, warning, right? I think this is just a divine nudge to say, hey Sag, don't let it get to you. Okay? Stay here. Excited. Stay there. Intuitive. And then open this up, because otherwise you could say something that ends up really bringing a restriction that you don't want. So it matters what you say right now, and it matters what others are saying to you. So this new beginning in the first row, well, there's some defensiveness happening. It's like, I have the final wand here, this new beginning, and then we've got the 10, we can lay down the burden and build our new thing. And then there's like other people are going, oh, well, what about this? And well, what about that? Some of you, okay, if you're building a home, if you're renovating a home, yeah, there will be delays. Sorry. And it might get you feisty. And the reason I said that, okay, so, sorry, let me just focus here. I see the big picture so much, and I'm seeing things in my mind. I'm having trouble following my own order. You want this. There's a bit of a blockage. A fence going up or something. The building, it's taking time. And then tower. A rainstorm. And then it halts the progress. So it could be literal, it could be figurative in your life, okay? But I'm definitely seeing renovations for someone, or them building a house and then something happening, maybe a rainstorm, thunder, lightning, something like that, and it halts progress. So I'm seeing that quite literally for someone. But if it's not, if it's figurative or metaphorical, then it's okay. What is it that's 2 steps forward and 3 steps back? Be careful that, you continue moving forward no matter how many times there's a delay, because it really doesn't matter in the end. Because look at this divine, counterpart here, right? Like, he's looking right at her. You've got someone here to help. Okay, through the folderol. This is just folderol. It's not a big deal. It is not a big deal. And if this is construction delays, you may be running out of money. And you may have to have a fiery conversation and say, look, I'm out of money. That's happening for someone. Somebody is doing that. They're building a house or renovating a house and there's some issues. Okay? But again, you've got help. You're together on this. It's going to happen. No problem. And even if it's just you and you're not with a partner, you are up-leveling from the Queen to the King, which means it gets done. Okay? Because it's Earth. It gets done. Hard work that gets done. With all these pentacles and all these wands, that's hard work. Some of you, if this is career, you might have a partner and there may be an issue that comes up. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm seeing the 5 of Swords. This can be an argument. It can also be the silent treatment. So avoiding having a conversation that might be negative. It's always a lose-lose situation because one way or another, it's like whatever's going on, it's not good for everyone. Something is, in other words, you may get the bathtub you wanted, but not the shower tile. Something, you know what I mean? There's a sacrifice here. But then very quickly, the very next card is the 6 of Swords. So you will move forward. You're still going to move forward from it. It's a blip. These 5s, to me, as far as I see it, are blips. It's like Venus and Mars. It's just blips. It's just this week that there might be some stressors. And then Judgment, a decision. So you may have to make, this may cause a conflict and you may have to make a major decision about something. And there may be something that has to be redone, especially if you began it during Mercury retrograde. Then it might be coming up for a review because Mercury kicks the door on the way out. It finishes up on the 7th. But there may be an issue here of whatever this thing is that you've begun. Okay? So let's go on the vertical. So yes, we have this new thing and you are working hard at nurturing it, making sure it's happening, and a problem arises. A conversation. Hey, we need to talk about this. There's a problem somehow. And then we have the 9 of Wands. So somebody might get defensive and then it's just that you're both annoyed. And I'm seeing these two, I can't get this out of my head. I'm seeing these two having arguments and stressors because the renovations are taking too long or the house is taking too long to be built, or there may be financing issues with something if you're buying property or purchasing any new car, or if it's a business partnership, working out the details, you know, the legalities, the contracts, nitpicky stuff that is annoying. And it could be just power plays because of these outer planetary influences, and it's subconscious and you don't even realize that's what's going on, but you do figure it out, okay, by talking, by having communication. The bridge is the 6 of Swords that moves you forward from the conflict, from the 5 to the 6, okay? So it is, a decision is made and you work that out, all right? But somebody's defensive, it's nitpicky, it's not a big deal. It's just not a big deal here. But it might feel a little more dramatic than it needs to be, and things might get said, right? So be careful of your words this week. Be very careful of your words. Don't tell the story of everything goes wrong when I'm trying to build my house or have renovation. Instead, just focus on the end game. Have you ever watched that, at any show, really, on HGTV? But, I don't know, it's like Love It or List It, or one of those shows where, you know, there's just all these problems and there's budgetary problems and it takes so long. But in the end, when the reveal comes and you see how gorgeous the place is, that is the butterfly. That is the beautiful wowzer moment that it's like, oh, we made it. The shocking tower moment. Oh my gosh, we made it. We got it. We built it up. And there it is, from a caterpillar to a butterfly. Now this, like I said, could be literal for many of you. It could not. It might be figurative. allegorical, metaphorical, whatever this means in your life right now. But it's something you care about and something you're really trying to make a decision about, and tell yourself the very best story about it and count your blessings through this. It's just annoying. It's just annoying, that's all it is. Okay, really try to laugh and sing and enjoy the process by whatever means you can, and tell yourself that the end result is going to be absolutely gorgeous. All right, so there you go. Sagittarius, I wish you a very good week. Have a great new moon, that new moon in Cancer. New feelings like, woo, the house, yes. It's going to happen, okay? So put it out there in the universe with this new moon in Cancer. Have good feelings about it. Lots of gratitude, lots of hope and faith, okay? All right, kindness, reverence, and gratitude for you, I hope, every day. Take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you again next week. Please give me a thumb up, click the bell, subscribe if you will. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Sag. Bye.